Even before its official launch, in July, Ola Electric claims to have received 1 lakh scooter reservations in 24 hours. And in September 2021, once the actual purchase window opened, it got bookings worth 1,100 crore rupees for its scooters, the S1 and the S1 Pro, within 48 hours. Now if you assume an average price of 110,000 per rupee scooter, that makes it 1 lakh scooters, right? Ola said it was the highest sales in a day for a single product in Indian e-commerce history. Mighty impressive. Especially considering that in 2021, its nearest rivals, Hero Electric, sold 40,318 vehicles and Athar Energy sold only 14,152 units. But this journey of electrifying the two-wheeler market in India has come with its fair share of problems. Starting with the company not being able to meet its promised delivery timelines. Because when Ola began accepting orders in September, it first promised to deliver the scooters in October, in just a month. And of course, people were overjoyed at how quickly they could lay their hands on the scooter. Then the company pushed the timeline to November, and then again to December. Then a couple of days back, Ola announced that the company plans to prioritize production of its top-spec model, the S1 Pro. Much to the chagrin of the thousands of customers who booked the entry-level model. They now have to wait almost 10 months to get their hands on their much-awaited electric scooters. Or else upgrade to the S1 Pro, which costs 30,000 rupees more. And no one's happy about shelling out extra. So they're blaming the company for forcing them to upgrade to a higher model. But how did Ola Electric end up stuttering so much? Well, we could blame a part of the problem on the global semiconductor shortage and an over-reliance on China. After all, if electric cars need twice as many chips as a traditional one, you could expect something similar for scooters too. And chips are still in short supply. Let's also not forget that India imports around 70% of electric vehicle parts from China. So when the supply chain breaks, pretty much everything comes to a standstill. And Ola probably underestimated how long it would take for the chips issues to get sorted. But the larger problems are likely within the company itself. You see, Ola has traditionally been a tech-first company. With its cab aggregation business, it didn't need to own and create hardware. But with electric scooters, it's a different ballgame. The hardware is more important and the software has to complement it well. And apparently, that's something that Ola Electric's management didn't quite predict. They expected software changes to be effected at the same pace as they did in Ola cabs. And well, let's just say that it may not quite be working out that way. But there are problems with the hardware too, or more specifically with its batteries. It's the lifeblood of an electric scooter, but when batteries overheat, then you start seeing all sorts of problems, drops in performance, and there are plenty of YouTube reviews all talking about the same thing. To make matters worse, the battery seemed to be overheating in factory conditions. That's never a good thing to hear for a potential customer, is it? Then there's the exodus of top management that's throwing a spanner in the works too. Since 2020, the exits have come one after the other. Reports indicate that one of the co-founders of Ola Electric, its head of battery engineering, the director of product planning, its chief of vehicle engineering and technology, and the head of quality assurance, have all left. And that can become a challenge when you're embarking on something as ambitious as producing one electric scooter every 2 seconds. Having said that, there's also an opportunity here for Ola Electric to turn a corner. So yeah, Ola Electric might have to work on a lot of things to get its house in order, but it isn't impossible by any stretch of the imagination. Hope you liked the video, hit the subscribe button and bell icon.